I'm here in Medjugorje next to St. James Church, which is over there. And I'm with, what's your name?
Jerry.
Jerry, where are you from?
From Manchester in the UK.
Manchester, UK. The first one I'm interviewing from Manchester. It's beautiful. And when did you hear the first time in your life about Medjugorje?
I heard about Medjugorje in the mid-80s, just very briefly. Saw a newspaper cutting and I heard my mum and her friends talking about Medjugorje, and then that was it. I forgot about it.
What did you think when you heard about it?
I was just interested, but it didn't really have much of an effect on me. It was just one of those things, and I moved on, and that was it. But then in 1991, I just happened to pick up, I was still living at home then, and I happened to pick up a book that my mum had of all the different apparitions of Our Lady around the world. And I was fascinated at hearing what Our Lady had to say, and then suddenly I came across Medjugorje and I thought, oh, this is happening now. And that was it. I was just hooked on Medjugorje, and I just couldn't sleep, and I just couldn't stop thinking about Medjugorje and coming to Medjugorje, and was it possible? And within a few weeks, I was here.
Wow.
1991. So that was my first time that I came, and whilst we was here, it was absolutely amazing. I can never believe I'm here anyway. Even now, I can't believe I'm here. But the war started, the Yugoslavian war. Whilst I was here, we didn't know anything about it. It was very, very well kept a secret, and we didn't know anything about it until we got back to the airport in Split to return home, and then we heard about it. And so then we couldn't return, and I just longed to come back. I just wanted to come back, and I just couldn't come back because of the war. Nobody were coming back, no tour companies were coming, and you couldn't get here. And it was before the internet, so you couldn't find anything easy to find out who's going. And so I moved on, and life takes over, and I bought myself a house, and then that was it, and you put it to the back of your mind. Moving forward to 2017, after a few things that had happened in the family, we lost my younger brother to an illness. Then my dad took really ill. Then my mum had a huge stroke, and in a way we lost mum because she ended up having to move into a home with dad, and then my brother died, and then my dad died a month later. In 2017, and I was just gone. I was just worn out with it all, and I didn't know what to do, and I just needed to get away. So I put into the internet, I went onto Google, and I just put holidays in Croatia, and up popped Medjugorje, and I thought I have to go. So I booked, and I came back in 2017. And I've been coming back ever since, twice a year.
Why? Tell me already why the first time when you came, what happened the first time, 1991? How was the experience here in Medjugorje for you?
Oh, it was just amazing. It wasn't like it is now. It was very much the village, as it was back in the day, and there was hardly any hotels, and we stayed with a family, and it was just very peaceful and just beautiful. I can never explain Medjugorje. When people ask why I come back twice a year, I can never explain it. It's just a longing to come back, but it was just beautiful, and all the visionaries were still living at home with their parents, and you just walk around and they were all there. But it's just the feeling. It's the feeling when you're here that I can't explain. You feel like you feel wanted, you feel loved, you feel at peace. You just have to come. You just can't explain it. I wish I could explain it to get people to come, but you just can't. You can't explain it. You just have to be here.
And you said like you came to the airport in Split and the war started. Did you have any trouble to get out of Split? Or?
No. When we got back to the airport in Split, that's the first we really knew about it, because the airport was surrounded by the army, and we thought, oh, the security's good here. But it was the war, of course, and then as we took off, the captain announced that the war had started, and that was it. We couldn't get back, but it was very, very well managed because they never worried us. Nobody told us about it, but of course we couldn't return then. So how
was it to come back all these years later?
I just couldn't believe. And even now, I come twice a year. Even now, I arrived yesterday, and I still have to pinch myself that I'm here.
Beautiful.
I can never believe that I'm back here. Once I see St James's Church, I feel like I'm home. And it is a place where I feel I belong here. I feel I can be myself here. You can walk around and be a Catholic here. You can pray the rosary here. You can be yourself. It's just an amazing place. I walk around and I feel like people know me. I feel like I know people, and even in the shops, the restaurants, everybody's so welcoming, and there's just a spirit here. Again, I find difficult to explain. I really do.
Unbelievable. And you say you are from the UK, so there are not so many Catholics there, no? Or how does it come? You believe in the Church of England, or always Catholic?
No, I'm always Catholic.
Always Catholic.
Always Catholic. Yeah. There are plenty of Catholics.
There are plenty.
There are a lot of Catholics. I think there's a lot of Catholics who don't practice anymore. A lot of Catholics who I come across who say, "Oh, I do believe, but I don't go to church." Well,
what would you tell them? Why do you go to church? Why you practice? What would you tell them? What is the beauty of the Catholic faith for you?
Well, I think the Catholic faith, I think it's just individual to everybody. Everybody has a different experience. So my experience isn't your experience. I'll be honest. When I'm at home in the UK, I feel I'm going through the motions of being a Catholic. You go to church on Sunday. You have communion on Sunday, and then you go back to work, and you do your work for a week, and then you go back to church, and then that's it. When you come here, it's alive. The church is alive. The Mass is alive. Every word that the priest says is alive. You hang on every word that people are saying, and you're interested in people. People are interested in you, and it's just alive here. It is, and I've heard that people say, and I've read that people say that the stones on the hills are alive, and when I'm here, I can understand it. The birds are like the birds in the trees. I'm sure half the time they pray in the cells, because everything is just alive. It's just amazing to be here.
And do you pray the rosary?
Yeah.
Why do you pray the rosary?
I get a lot of peace from the rosary. A lot of strength from the rosary. It's the weapon against Satan, the rosary. So, and I do enjoy. I think it's a great gift if you can pray the rosary, and I do enjoy praying the rosary. And I try. Well, I don't miss praying the rosary, and hopefully, please God, I'll never miss praying the rosary, because it is a great gift if you've got the gift to pray the rosary. And I do try to say at least 3 decades a day.
Wow, beautiful.
I don't always manage that, but I do try to say 3 decades of the rosary a day. So.
How is confession for you? What would you tell people? What is the beauty of confession?
Confession, I find very difficult, I'll be honest. I find very difficult. I did enjoy going, and it's a fantastic sacrament, and you do feel a weight lifted off you. You feel like you're walking on air. So it's an amazing gift to be able to go to confession. It's very difficult, because it's very difficult to kneel with somebody you've never met and to tell them all what you've been up to and your sins, but the rewards are amazing. You receive a lot more back than what you give. So yeah, I would recommend.
Fasting? How is fasting for you? Do you like that? Or?
I find fasting very difficult, and I don't fast. I'll be honest, I don't fast. I try to fast from something else, because I find fasting on bread and water very difficult, because I get too hungry. So I try to fast from other things, material things.
Beautiful. And what would you tell people? Why should they come at least once to Medjugorje?
I wished I could explain that. I really wished I could explain that. I can't. I tell everybody to come to Medjugorje. I don't know how to explain it. Like I've said, it's just heaven on earth. It really is heaven on earth. There's something completely different in this village. And I've been to Lourdes, but it's nothing like Lourdes. It's just alive. Medjugorje is alive. It's alive with the Spirit of God. When you're here, you know Our Lady is here. You really do know Our Lady is here. When Our Lady appears at at night, in the evening, no matter where you are, you know she's here. You can feel she's here. I can't explain why I know that, but you just know that Our Lady is here.
Beautiful. And did Medjugorje help you to overcome the tragedies of life?
Yeah,
you said your brother,
yeah.
your mother, your father.
They did, yeah. In fact, like I say, I've been coming twice a year since 2017, and I just cry non-stop from beginning to end, which is a healing in itself. And it was only this year, when I came back in June this year, that I didn't cry. So it has been a tremendous healing.
Journey.
It has been a tremendous healing.
Thank you for this beautiful interview.
Oh, thank you.